Okay, welcome back to the receive side of the Kernow Beta 3100 early version, the 40 channel one. I was hoping that we'd have got the display sorted by the time I got back to you, but unfortunately it's no longer available type, and I have ordered what I am guessing will be something like from our wholesaler. It's also going to be a bit of a pig to change that. I think this subboard is going to have to be taken away from the main board, which means unsoldering a lot of connections. You've got to hope that the relatively cheap printed circuit board doesn't disintegrate. So what we will do is the receive. It is sat there hissing. Our volume control wants cleaning. You know, I've been in the electronics trade for 30 odd years, and we use these service oil switch cleaners, and you put a straw in there and squirt it in the hole that you want it. Do you know, I've never got the straws. Where do they go? There must be a planet where they go to. Probably the same planet that battery doors go as well. You'd think that after 30 something years we'd have got some spare straws by now, but we haven't. So you break another one out from stores and then you lose that straw. Right. That over. Let's see. Signal generator set up. (2779.125). Channel 20. Now that sounds a bit strangled to me. Just see if we can switch the other camera on. I'll just see if we can zoom out enough to show the oscilloscope. Yeah. Left-hand oscilloscope. I'm going to adjust what I believe to be the detector. I'm going to put an S9 signal. As you can see, we're on 2779.125. You won't quite be able to see what that says, but we're on 100 microvolts. And the oscilloscope on the left has got rather a jaggy. I'll tell you what, take the bench light off. It'll be better. I'll just switch back to the camera so you can see where I am. Okay, we're on that coil there. And hopefully... That's a bit nasty, isn't it, that? I think that's about the best we're going to get there. Drop the attenuator. That's a 1 microvolt signal. Now I'm going to be looking at the cyanide meter here. I think we'll put the bench light back on. I'm looking at the oscilloscope too, and we'll start with some of these coils. Just press the picture-in-picture button and hopefully we can... That's the way. So we'll start with... We'll zoom in on the other camera. It's the first one. Second one. Third one. come back to that. There's two tuning points here, and it's one of those. I just put a big signal on, just see whether we can look at it that way. Yeah. Okay, I've been through those now several times, and that's the best we're going to get out of it. So what are we on? Well, actually we're on 0.3 of a microvolt. So let's look at 1. Well, that's better than some can be. Okay, so I managed to break out yet another service hole cleaner, and we've pinched a straw off that. So just to recap on that, the receiver was set up. I can't see the numbers from here, but you may be able to see them actually better from that angle. I'll just zoom in a little bit. I'm just trying to look on the monitor screen, but that's T102, isn't it? So we did that one, that one, that one. And then we've got the IF ones there, and there, and quite a pig to set up, because you're wanting it to be a you want it to be the best possible waveform on the oscilloscope. And again, that's used in conjunction with the synod meter, which we have the camera on. And then I've touched back up the detector, which is that one there. So that has set up the receiver. We're getting about 0.3 of a microvolt. I wouldn't say this is the best quality set in the world by a long way, but we'll be interested to see how it works in performance tests. But having said that, I need to sort out that display problem, and that'll be a couple of days waiting for a part, so this set's going to have to get put on one side. What we will do is set up the S meter. Now, I'll put an S9 signal on the test set, which I've done, and what we want to happen, looking at the front here, it's marked 3, 5, 9 and plus 30. So we want the third light to light up with an S9 signal, and the adjustment for that should be VR161. Or is it 151? I can't read the thing very well. I think we're on that one there. Yes, we will be. Let's see if we can just tilt it up without wrecking the set. At the moment we've got two lights. I'll take the bench light off. You might just see this. So I'll put the tool back in there. There we are. We're able to get the 3 lights there. Now I'm going to advance the signal generator, and we can indeed get the plus 30. So that's now set up right. Well, that's something that's set up right, isn't it? Put the bench light back on. Okay, so that's done that. And now we'll need to just check how the squelch is. And so what we're going to do is take the signal generator to the off position, advance the squelch to threshold, switch the signal generator back on, 1 microvolt, 3 microvolts, 10 microvolts, 30 microvolts. That's too vicious by a long way. So what I need to do is to back off the preset squelch, which is 302. And 302 will be that one just there. So having adjusted that, it was to the left to make it more sensitive. Switch the signal generator back on and advance it again. 1 microvolt, 3 microvolts. There we are, it's come in. Now we'll set the squelch to full and see when it comes in on the signal generator. 1 microvolt, 3, 10, 30, 100. It comes in just over S9. So I think that is now acceptable. We'll just test it once again. Threshold set, generator back on, 1 microvolt, 3 microvolts. We'll just see if we can get a bit more sensitivity on that. Threshold, generator on. Yeah, it's coming in between 1 and 3. So that doesn't seem too bad, and as I've said many times before, you don't want the squelch so harsh that it never ever comes in regardless of signal. So we've checked that it comes in. It's just over S9 that it comes in on its maximum. So that's all I can say about the Kernow Beta 3100. And I'll have to put this on one side, so there'll be a few days until we can do an on the air video because of the fact it's going to have a display put in. So we'll pack this set up for the time being, and thank you for watching.